Hi guys, today I am with Welcome Kaley Cuoco.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
What is your thoughts on the Big Bang Theory? You was Penny.
I had fun filming Big Bang Theory for 12 seasons. I loved working with the cast and producers on the show. I'll always be grateful to Jim and Chuck for choosing me to play Penny.
The flight attendant you was in, you play as Cassie Bowden.
Yep, I played Cassie Bowden in the thriller The Flight Attendant. Cassie was a complex character dealing with addiction, and I really loved bringing her to life on screen. Working on that show was definitely an interesting experience.
The flight attendant you was in, you play as Cassie Bowden.
Yes, I had the opportunity to play Ava Bartlett in the film based on a true story, where I worked alongside actors like Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried. It was a thrilling ride, and I enjoyed exploring the character's journey in the narrative.
You're now 40 years old. How do you feel?
At 40, I feel young at heart, especially when I'm running around with Matilda or cuddling our pups. Age is just a number, and honestly, I've never been happier or more energized in my life. Plus, being a mom has given me this whole new energy.
Are Jim Parsons and you friends in real life?
Oh, absolutely. Jim and I have such a great friendship. We still text each other all the years after the Big Bang Theory ended. We bonded over so many silly moments on set. Remember the Fun with Flags episode? And now we're like family. He's one of my favorite people in this business.
Do you have a favorite moment as Penny?
There are so many memorable moments playing Penny, but one that always sticks out is when she had that Science for Dummies date with Sheldon in season 1. Seeing these two characters with such opposite personalities connect was just so much fun. It was one of those moments where I thought, this show is really something special.
You was in Alvin and the Chipmunks, you as yourself.
Yes, I made a quick appearance in one of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. I was approached to do a short cameo playing myself, and of course, I couldn't resist. Performing alongside those adorable singing chipmunks, pure fun.
What is your thoughts? Work with Ross Bagdasarian Jr. and Janice Carmen and Jason Lee and Justin Long and David Cross and Matthew Gray Gubler.
Working with Ross Bagdasarian Jr., Janice Carmen, Jason Lee, Justin Long, David Cross, and Matthew Gray Gubler was an absolute blast. They're all so talented and brought unique energy to each of their roles. It was like being in a room full of comedic genius. Plus, getting to watch those chipmunks sing and dance. Best job perk ever.
You was in Animal Crackers as yourself.
Yes, I was cast as myself in Animal Crackers, which was a hilarious and surreal experience. The film blended live action with stop-motion animals, so playing me while interacting with animated creatures made for some pretty funny moments, especially when I had to share scenes with the Cookie Monster-like characters. It's always fun to break character a little on set.
What is your thoughts work with Tara Strong and Wallace Shawn and Gilbert Gottfried?
Tara Strong, Wallace Shawn, and Gilbert Gottfried were such a delight to work with on Animal Crackers. Each of them brought their unique humor to the table. Tara was, of course, incredible as always, and Wallace Shawn always has a certain charm that brightens up any scene. And don't even get me started on how hilarious it was sharings with the legendary Gilbert Gottfried. That guy is comedic gold.
Name one episode that you hated on The Big Bang Theory as Penny.
Oh man, that's a tough question. Each episode of The Big Bang Theory had its charm and laughs, but if I had to pick one that wasn't my favorite, it would be The Wheaton Recurrence, Season 5, Episode 9. Don't get me wrong, I loved working with Will Wheaton, but this episode felt a bit overly competitive for my taste. I guess even in the nerd world, not every episode can be a home run.
If you came back to acting, what is your project?
If I were to come back to acting, well, I'd want to step into a character that's completely different from anything I've done before. Maybe a gritty drama or even a comedy with a fresh twist. I love challenging myself and trying something new, you know? But honestly, I'll always have a special place in my heart for the roles I've played, especially Penny.
If you came back to acting, what is your project?
The beloved Soft Kitty song from The Big Bang Theory. That song was a fan favorite, and even I have fond memories of singing it. If I recall correctly, the idea for the song actually began as a spontaneous moment on set. One of the writers was just messing around with a rhyme, and suddenly, Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty was born. It was one of those things that was too darn adorable to not include in the show.
You was in The Man from Toronto as Anne.
Yep. I had the pleasure of starring in The Man from Toronto alongside hilarious actors Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. I played the character Anne, and let me tell you, filming that movie was a blast. The comedic chemistry between us three was off the charts, and I'm pretty sure we couldn't stop laughing between takes. It's always a joy to bring laughs to a project, and this one definitely did the trick.
What's the funniest scene with Kevin Hart?
Oh man, there were so many hilarious moments on set with Kevin Hart. I can barely pick one, but if I had to choose, it would be the scene where we were trying to film a dramatic chase sequence, but Kevin kept cracking jokes and making all crack up mid-take. The crew was practically rolling with laughter, and it took us forever to get our serious faces back on. We eventually got the shot, but I'll never forget the hysterics we had trying to get through it.
You was in Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road trip. You play as Simon?
Oh yes, I had a small role in Alvin and the Chipmunks road trip as Simon, the eldest chipmunk. It was a fun experience getting to work with those animated characters and be part of the franchise. Plus, who can resist those squeaky voices and those catchy chipmunk songs?
Do you have a favorite moment with Jason Lee as Dave Seville?
Oh, absolutely. Jason Lee as Dave Seville was hilarious to work with. He brought such a great mix of goofiness and charm to the role. One of my favorite moments was when we filmed one of the more chaotic road trip scenes, where Dave tries and fails keep control while Alvin wreaks havoc. Watching Jason's reactions in real time, pure comedy gold. Plus, he's just an all-around nice guy off camera, too.
You have upcoming roles in Kansas City Star and Vanished.
Yes! I'm so excited for both of those projects, Kansas City Star and Vanished. They're completely different from anything I've done before, which is exactly why I love them. In Kansas City Star, it's a period drama with some real depth, while in Vanished, there's mystery and tension galore. Staying busy keeps me sharp, and hey, who knows, maybe we'll see a little Penny energy sneak into these new roles too.
Do you think your character Penny is dead after the Big Bang dude end, or is it still alive?
Oh wow, now that's a question for the ages. Well, as far as we know, Penny is very much alive and well after the Big Bang finale. Sure, the show may have ended, but our characters will live on in the hearts of fans forever. She's out there living her best life, and who knows, maybe she's still cracking jokes with Sheldon and the gang in some unseen dimension. So, no need to worry, Penny's not going anywhere.
You was born around 1985. How did you feel?
Being born in 1985 means I've had the privilege of growing up with some awesome pop culture moments. From the rise of the internet to boy bands, iconic movies, and memorable fashion, it's been a wild ride. But hey, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that there's nothing like embracing your unique background and using it to shape your journey. Each generation brings its own flavor, and BD's 90s born is pretty cool in its own right.
You was in Hop. You play as Samantha O'Hare.
Yes, I had the absolute blast of playing Samantha O'Hare in Hop, a cheeky, fashion-forward bunny who was all about the spotlight. Working with James Marsden as Fred and those adorable voices, Eddie Murphy as Hops and Russell Brand as E, made every day on set feel like a party. Plus, getting to wear those fabulous outfits while prancing around, pure fun.
You 4 years ago today, meet Tom Pelphrey, and wow, you could never have dreamt this.
Isn't it amazing how life can take you places you never expected? 4 years ago, meeting Tom Pelphrey was a total surprise, and I definitely couldn't have predicted the journey that lay ahead. Fast forward to today, and here we are, still going strong. Life's got a funny way of writing the most unexpected love stories, and I'm thankful for every moment with this guy.
Your height, 5'6", he height, 6'2". How did you feel?
It's pretty amusing when you think about it. Standing next to someone who's a whole 6 inches taller than you does make for quite the sight. But honestly, it's all about perspective. Sure, there are those moments when I have to reach for things on the top shelf and he can tease me about my short height, but it's all in good fun. And hey, if anything, it just means I get to look up to him, literally and metaphorically. Plus, he makes a pretty awesome human ladder when I need a boost.
Well, thanks for coming, Kaley Cuoco. If you want to say anything to your friends, you can, and fans.
Aw, thank you so much for having me. To my fans and friends, I just wanted to say a huge thank you. Your support and kindness mean the world to me. Whether you've been with me from the beginning or are a new addition to our fandom, I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you. Here's to many more years of laughter, memories, and the power of community. Sending you all heaps of gratitude and hugs.